Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Aquí Bot Sherlock al habla en un nuevo episodio de Tangle Tower, en el cual justamente nos quedamos acá en el estudio. Y quería mostrarles algo que me di cuenta: que cuando bajas acá abajo, atravesar las paredes y bajas. Bueno, no sé por qué, pero no sé que no lo pensaron. Y atravesas todo. Ay, pero bueno. Vamos a hablar sobre las 5
Another
personas del
photograph.
cuadro.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
Hmm,
That's weird.
Oh, you
sí,
think
es muy
so?
extraño.
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
No, ninguna.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different.
Supongo que será la madre de Poppy. Eso sí.
And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
Lo que yo no entiendo es cómo te diste cuenta de que no era Felix. Bueno. Justo. Lo hubiese hecho en el anterior vídeo si hubiese sabido que era tan poco. The Murder.
Time to solve this.
Maquinaciones de
All
asesinato.
right, break out the notebook.
Okay.
Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't
Sí.
have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the
Claro.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
Desde arriba. Por encima de Freya.
It was fired from above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
Ahí
The
estamos.
attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there.
Eh.
The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we
Tanto.
never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
Se explica por qué nunca encontramos a un homicida.
I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Básicamente,
Wait, the arrow was fired through
En-
the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above
Claro,
where Freya
naturalmente.
was found lying on her back.
Nope, doesn't add up. It would
¿De
have
qué lo
missed
tiene?
her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Ah, right.
Unless...
pero ella ya estaba tumbada boca arriba. Esto ya lo habíamos deducido antes.
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
Ya la habían matado. Estando en el piso. Me había quedado inconsciente.
She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Sí. El gramófono.
Gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
Pero hay algo en el gramófono. Había algo, me explico. Eso capaz no se acuerdan. Pero en la descripción del escarabajo dorado, cuando lo leímos por primera vez, ponía específicamente que cuando se sentía amenazado, soltaba un silbido altísimo. Ya no me acuerdo cuántos decibeles creo que ponía. Era muy alto y era una locura. Y bueno, ampliado con el gramófono, wow.
There was something in the gramophone.
Something small.
Algo muy pequeño.
Pointer's research says it can emit
Exacto, es el silbido, es la parte clave. Por lo tanto, después subieron Bobby Fitz, pero ninguno de ellos tenía idea de lo que era.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock
Por
someone
sí
out?
solo no, pero
I don't think so, not by
totalmente ampliado.
Don't forget, it was being amplified by the
Claro,
shape
se
of the
está siendo
gramophone.
amplificado, puede ser.
I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of
Claro,
frequency.
también podría ser
This
eso.
is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the
Interesante.
music room? The
Oh,
It's
cierto.
a pretty similar shape
Tiene una
to the
forma
one on the
bastante
gramophone.
similar y
That broken
la
glass
rompió.
isn't there on accident. This is someone's science
Exacto.
experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer
Claro.
might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that.
Sí, sobre eso
It's
sí
pretty
creo que
clear
decía la
a
verdad.
powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
Pues sí. El propio gramófono donde está.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere.
Pues
Freya's
sí.
paints, the pink cassette
La
tape,
cinta de
and the
cassette, el
gramophone
propio
itself,
gramófono.
they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some
Y desde
seriously
un solo
powerful
lado.
vibration, enough to crack metal, enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Eso es
Yeah,
muy
that's the
alto.
one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
Se protegió.
They protected themselves.
How?
¿Cómo? Donde hay algo, un detalle, una pista que encontramos, que es la clave. Que son nada más, nada menos que esto.
These are some
Las
pretty
orejeras.
heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Sí.
Right. Let's go over.
Así que repasémoslo todo. Perfecto.
One,
En
Freya
primera
was painting
instancia, Freya
Flora's
estaba
portrait.
pintando
They
el
listened
retrato
to
de
music
Flora.
on the gramophone.
2. The murderer
En la
was
escena está
hiding in
escondido en
the
el
attic,
atrio.
wearing
Le han
earmuffs.
puesto las
3.
orejeras.
The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Pero ¿a partir
Hold
de
on.
qué?
How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah.
Claro.
What triggered it at that particular
O
moment?
sea, dice que
Pointer's
es
research
cuando
said
se
it
siente
makes the noise when
amenazado.
it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya
Claro.
and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5.
Exacto.
murderer fires
Y
the
bueno,
crossbow
ahora
directly
la muerte, ¿no?
downwards.
Ish.
6. The
Ahora
attic
la
is pulled
recoges
back
arriba
on
y
the
listo.
7. The murderer leaves the attic. Presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
Sí. Esto es lo que explica todas las circunstancias.
That's it. There's something bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Espera, espera. Creo que tengo la solución de qué fue la amenaza. Creo que tengo una solución de qué fue la amenaza. Esto puede ser un disparate, ¿ok? Pero si tengo la razón, mi coro. En el pincel y la paleta, eso es, yo se los dije hace mucho tiempo, tenemos acá este amarillo que Flora, Freya, no usó nunca para el retrato, ¿no? Entonces yo pensé, ¿en qué lo podría haber usado? ¿Qué conocemos? Y además solamente había una planta. Una sola planta, no dos. Entonces, ¿qué pasó acá? ¿Qué es esto? Entonces yo pensé tuve la idea de que era Tamara. Tomata o Tobata, no sé tu nombre. Bueno, esta. La rubia. Está bien que también tendría que haber tenido verde, pero... No sé, me parece que es como lo más probable. Entonces se movió ese gramófono, hizo algo en el gramófono y bueno. A la shit. Se explotó todo, ¿viste? Nunca antes nos había mostrado esto de este modo, ¿eh? La torre de Flora.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Ahí.
I can see the stars.
It's dark.
El gramófono.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Sí, ahí está la pista. La pista que faltaba.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. I
Exacto.
know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here. In this room. Where'd it go?
La encontramos en otra parte, en el
Somewhere
incinerador.
else.
En el incinerador lo encontramos.
We were a little too late to save it.
Sí,
So it was
muy
stolen
tarde.
from the crime scene. and ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
Pero ¿cómo llegó?
How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access?
Ahí estamos. Solamente hay una posible solución.
Clue about the crime scene.
Es
Freya
la
left it
paleta.
for us right here.
Está en el cuadro inacabado.
Unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder.
Exacto. Entonces, por lo tanto, hay algo
It's
más.
true she never finished it, but she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
Las intenciones son del pincel y la
Freya
paleta.
prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Por lo tanto, con la pintura amarilla, iba a usarse para pintar este boceto de algo apoyado en la ventana.
Paint was going to be used to paint
Sí, era
a
verdad.
sketch
Ah,
of
atiné.
something sitting in the
Atiné.
window.
No sé ni cómo, pero atiné.
Something in the window. Oh.
Oh. Zep. Ok, este ya es tétrico, boludo. Vino el puto ave.
There she is, our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did,
Correcto. Y también era correcta la instrucción
but she's a
Faction.
very good listener. Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Oh shit.
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind.
Oh shit. What the fuck? Yo creía que eran cómplices, no que era la misma puta persona, boludo. What the fuck? Ok,
But
está bien.
before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Voy a atarle las manos. La cinta de carrete, ¿dónde estás?
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Honestamente, yo siempre soy motivado por la justicia, digámoslo. Por lo tanto, diré justicia.
Justice. For Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
Ah, bueno. Tranca la cosa.
You just hated
No
her
me
and
hizo nada.
indiscriminately?
Mate.
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was
Damn.
possessed of a great energy. The volition to
Claro.
create.
Sí, era artista.
The willpower to
resumen.
walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what?
¿Envidia?
I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Más veces creo.
How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower. And you feel like you've got everyone
No, yo no pienso eso.
unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
Sinceramente, lo que yo considero es que ahora mismo está muy sola. Está en una soledad absoluta.
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Por cierto, si quieren saber... Bueno, me gustaría luego probar si pongo las otras opciones me responde
Penny,
cosas distintas, pero creo que me va a responder lo
choose to
mismo.
tell us. so why not help us out?
Me parecen como respuestas muy genéricas lo que responde. Solo somos lo que tú decidas contarnos, ¿por qué no nos ayudas?
Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after.
Eso es bastante triste cuando lo dices a ti
Living at
mismo,
Tangle
¿no?
Tower, it is
Digo,
very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy, not one.
no lo son.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did.
Claro.
Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Sí.
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself.
¿De dónde se le ocurrió esa expresión? Yo hubiese dicho el árbol genealógico o ¿de dónde está toda la genealogía?
My mother, for one. My father, too.
Sí,
The
ya
other two
dos.
Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5.
5
5 people that
personas.
might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a
Verdaderamente,
reason
Penélope
why
está
everyone else
siendo
left.
muy sincera en
Some
esta
common
cosa.
purpose they all shared.
Realizaron todos los demás algún propósito. La gente no se va por un propósito común normalmente.
So,
Es raro que lo hagan.
what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
El estudio. Eso es lo que encontró.
The study, the one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
Exacto.
I'd hear voices at night. And the strangest thing, the wall
La
behind
pared
my
detrás
bed
de
would
mi
get
casa se
incredibly
ponía
hot.
tremendamente caliente
For hours on
durante
end.
horas.
The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought it was
Interesante.
cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually,
Eso
I
es
couldn't take
bastante
it
triste.
anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So,
Sí,
you
es
got
sencillo,
into the
la verdad.
study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It
Pues...
was still warm when I found it. Then I looked inside.
Ok. Me parece que lo vamos a ir dejando por acá, justo en el clímax del juego lo voy a dejar. Pero no quiero ser muy largo, así que... así que nos vemos en el próximo episodio. Todas mis decisiones resultaron ser correctas, excepto de que eran cómplices y no la misma persona. Pero la verdad no contaba con eso. Después me gustaría hacer una recapitulación de los hechos. Tipo, decir qué pasó exactamente. O con bastante exactitud. Realmente cuál fue el verdadero hecho que sucedió, ¿no? Así que nos vemos en el próximo vídeo y hasta la próxima. Bye bye.